Operation Dudula has called on parents of children not admitted to public schools to gather in Diepkloof, Soweto today. The group says the protest aims to highlight the exclusion of South African children from schools due to capacity issues. It also vows to block foreign children without proper documentation from attending in an effort to prioritize local learners. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana is there and joins us live. Zola, very good morning to you. So this must be a very frustrating time for many parents whose children aren't yet placed in schools, given that schools are opening just next week.
Well, yes, indeed, Katleho, you would know that during this time of the year, there are parents that are still frustrated by placement issues, particularly in public schools around the Gauteng province. Now, we know that the Department of Education in Gauteng admitted to having issues of overcrowding in schools, where they're essentially said that they are working on that issue by providing, satellite or mobile classes in many schools to ease the pressure in many public schools. But there are parents right now who still don't know where their children will be attending school in this academic year. Now, Operation Dudula is calling on those parents to come to their offices in Diepkloof, so as they are embarking on a campaign to ensure that they get rid of children that do not possess the necessary documentation to be in public schools. But let's speak to Philemon to take us through what they plan to do with this campaign. Philemon, thank you very much for your time. This is a campaign that you first spoke about last year when you went to different schools, sending letters to principals, making them aware of your intention to go to these schools, particularly here, in Johannesburg. How are you planning to do this?
Thank you, Sis Zola, and hello to the viewers. Look, this is a national campaign. It's not only limited to Gauteng. It's a national campaign whereby, as Operation Dudula, we are talking about issues which are pertinent to South Africans, issues of overcrowding at schools. We are talking about South African teachers who are unemployed, and yet we've got people who are from outside who are employed in our schools. We are talking about the issue of parents whose children are not placed in school as of today, even today. This morning already I've spoken to 5 parents who've got a problem with their children not being placed. And the biggest problem has been this issue of applying online. So it's one of the biggest problems. And as Operation Dudula, there is a court interdict, a high court interdict, which is preventing us from going to schools, from clinics or whichever. And we are adhering to that, and we respect that interdict. But then what we have decided to do is that we are now speaking to South Africans who are suffering from the system. And that's why we called on parents who are not having their children placed already to come to us and talk to us, and we will approach the schools, we'll approach the department and say, these are the people who are not placed in schools because of overcrowding. These are the children who are not placed in school because of this complicated system of applying online.
Mm-hmm. And if the academic year resumes for 2026 and many of these parents find themselves, find their children without placement, what are you going to do?
Look, it is our main mission to place each and every child in every school. And we know this online system application is cumbersome to most of them. We are speaking to parents. Even this morning, I've spoken to few parents. Even you can see right now in the office, we've got parents who are here to complain about this thing. This is it's not going to be a one-week campaign. It's the whole year event. So people who are not placed this January, February are still going to be on this campaign up until every South African child is placed, and taking it further with the unemployed teachers in South Africa. We say we've got places, schools which we will identify where we will try and send their CVs to.
Thank you very much, Philemon Bengu there from Operation Dudula, speaking to us about how they plan to execute this campaign. This is a campaign that will be taking place for the course of the year, and this is to ensure that South African children that do not have or have not been placed at school find themselves placed before the academic year resumes. And he has explained that they're also willing to take this further by also involving teachers who do not have employment, South African teachers teachers, while there are, teachers who are foreign nationals and are occupying positions in various public schools in South Africa. We'll continue speaking to parents as we understand that they will be coming in any time from now. Back to you in studio.
All right, Zola Sholwana out in Diepkloof, Soweto with Operation Dudula as we head a little closer to the opening of schools for the 2026 academic year.